We're back. This is just 3 videos this week. I know I did one yesterday. I think I did one at the beginning of the week too. Could be wrong. I don't remember. But anyway, world records being set everywhere. So it's Saturday. I'm in my gym again. Um, one of those mornings you wake up and it's all right. Kind of got a little more sleep and had a nice breakfast. Went out and shoveled some snow for a bit, or did it? Got finished that. Um, Went to start up the truck, and my tires were flat. So I was like, great, great. So I just spent the last hour working on my back tire. It was on the rim. On the driver's side, my front tire driver's side has a screw in it. So, man, I have no luck with tires. I'm just going to say that. I don't know what everybody else is like, but every truck, my last 3 trucks, it happens all the time. My last truck, I probably blew a tire every year. It's crazy. Um, I know this is just I've got a leak back, a valve stem leak in this back tire, and I'm not a mechanic, so but I can't get it in anywhere to get fixed till the end of December. So I've just been hobbling it along by putting air in it every freaking day. And last night the temperature dropped a lot, so the tire went down. I probably could have got it somewhere. Maybe it was a 50-50. It was on the rim. Like there's about that much tire. I mean that much air left in there. So I don't know. I didn't anyway. I just fixed it on the driveway in the cold weather and got it running again. So I could have been like, I just wasted 2 hours working on this tire. I've got so much other shit to do. I got to work. I got to go out and get stuff, do your errands, because this is what I do on the weekends. And I could make an excuse just to skip training altogether because of this, but I'm not. I just added to the day because of the tire. I'll get to chill later tonight, and that'll be fine. So just extends the day a little longer. I would skipping things. I guess it's a choice to skip. You know what I mean? Like I'm either going to choose to skip the gym, or I'm going to make an excuse to skip something else that's going to shorten my day. And I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to keep going like I should. I don't know why gym training is always on the bottom of people's priorities to be cut out. If there's no time, there's always time. So it's a choice not to go. That's all this is. It's just a choice. So I kind of try to hammer that through people. It's your choices that make or break you. It's nothing else. It's nobody else's fault. It's decisions that you make that that change you and your lifestyle. So I'm not going to keep going with that, or I could go down a rabbit hole. Nobody wants Ryan to go down a rabbit hole. Okay, getting the pre-workout in. I've already had a decent sized meal. Normally, I have eggs on the weekends because I can for breakfast instead of oats. So that's what I had this morning. Lots of water already. Now I'm having a pre workout. And then here's my pre workout with my creatine that I slam before I train. And then I'll probably, while I'm training, I'll try to do another 2 liters of water. And we're going to rip through this, get it done. But get it done in a smart and satisfying way. that we're not cheating and rushing. Um, and then carry on with the day and get another video up. I'm training back. That's what I'm training today. So we'll get on that. We'll get warmed up here right away and get rolling and enjoy doing it. Okay. So we're going to warm up with some pull downs. We're going to go narrow, grip, not wide, and out. We're going to go reverse to narrow, different angle, different part of the back. And that's what we're going to warm up with. Oh, yeah. You'll notice with doing certain back movements that your biceps and forearms really engage more. That's all due to grip strength and how you're positioning your hands on any bar. So there'll be times where most of the time when I'm doing any rowing movement or pull downs, very seldom do I feel it really go into my forearms at all. A little bit in the biceps, but it's isolated pretty much perfectly to where I want it to go. When I'm reversing the grip, turning my hands towards me, I really find, again, more forearms. So you might find sometimes your grip strength, even with deadlifts too, I see that all the time. Grip strength, kind of forearms, biceps engage, and they go before the actual movement ends. That's fine. Just keep putting the reps in, That grip strength, forearm strength will come eventually. But just keep putting those reps in. If you have to set them down for a sec, say you're, doing, you're on your 9th or 10th rep and you could easily get 3 more out, but your grip's going, just quickly set it down, re-grip it, and pound those couple out. It'll make a big difference. And your forearms and hands, your grip strength, will thank you down the road. It's just a matter of continually doing and not just stopping when it's getting hard. Let's do this again. I took the weight up. I don't know what weight I'm at now. Probably 130 or some shit like that. Yeah. Ooh. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Alrighty. All right, we're at 200. Most of the gym, blah, 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 blah. Most of the time, not pull downs, depending. I'm normally about 250? 250 to 280, I would say, for pull downs. Normally. I am super plugged up this morning. My nose. Wonder what this means. I'm allergic to the winter. They actually came and plowed my parking lot yesterday and sanded it. We got a big fucking snow dump yesterday, which was unexpected. Man, the weathermen are terrible in this country. They're not even close. I mean, so when they say we were going to get these massive storms, nothing happens. And then they got, last I checked, we had 3 weeks. We were deep with like no snow, it said. Nothing. It's like 20% chance. Coldest day was supposed to be minus 15. I think today we're pushing minus 19, 20. And we had, what did we get yesterday? Something like 10 centimeters of powder. Like, it was nice. It was easy to move. I'm not a big fan of shoveling. I fucking despise it, actually. I think it was when I was young, my parents, well, I mean, that's what parents did. They sent us outside, do the driveway. You know, we were doing that since we were like 9. My kids, when I got them doing it, they actually did it. They never complained too much. But I think that's why I hate it doing it now. I just, can't be bothered. It's just like a nuisance almost. So it is. It's a big nuisance. I should strap in. If you don't have straps, fucking get some. Trust me, night and day difference for back. Especially when you're doing big compound movements like deadlifts and shit like that. You want that extra grip strength in there, guys. You definitely do. It will help. You will get more reps out being strapped in, definitely. It's not even negotiable. Oh, whew. We're gonna do another set. We're gonna go heavier. That was 13 pretty much ish without being strapped in at 200. So we're gonna go up to 250 and we're gonna strap in on the next set. I'm gonna take a break and get some water in. Okay. Dog hair all over me. Motherfucker. Okay. So, what the hell was I gonna say? Fucking dog hair got me distracted. Well, we're gonna do one more set. I don't remember what I was gonna say. We're strap in. And, yeah. Probably do an intensifier with this guy, too. Oops. It's harder when you're doing reverse grip to get, this is retarded. Like, you guys, I'm normally not retarded, so there we go. You would think this would be better, but it's different when you're trying to wrap in with a reverse grip. It's just different. It's easier going the other route. Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. We'll do a rest pause here. I'm going to jump back in and try to get a couple more sets out, or reps out. A little rest, and we're gonna try a couple more. Oh, that was awesome. Woo! Said nobody ever. Alright, let's take a break. This is going on liter 2 here. Already had some, but I pounded 1 liter right away. And this is liter 2, and I put some electrolytes in here. Always do that on my second drink. Alrighty. Do some T-bar rows. I know that person over there. I think. Let's see. I do not. You know, sometimes you just gotta check. I'm a friendly person. I like to say hi. Yeah. Strapped in. Feet good. Oof. 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 Oh, that's fun. We need a belt and more weight. All right. So every once in a while, I'll use my belt. I don't use them very often. Training my whole life, I never really did anything like wrapped anything for legs. Let's say I used the belt. I've always used straps. That was my only thing I've kind of used since the get go. But I throw this on once in a while when I want a little bit of extra support. There's times, you'll pick things up and you'll feel something will feel not weak, I guess, but just more intense in the lower back when you're actually training, especially when you're doing stuff like deadlifts, T-bar rows, that sort of thing. It's inevitable. There's going to be a lot of lower back engagement. So I like to give myself a little bit of support. Tighten this the fuck so tight that your gut should squeeze in and hang out. If that makes sense, no matter how fat you or skinny you are, it happens to everybody. It's just how these belts work. If they're tight, there's going to be some overreach. Even when you're dieting, you could be no body fat, but put a belt on, you start moving and exhale, and you try to breathe, your gut extends. It's par for the course. Yeah. Holy shit. Like that. I'm going to go a little heavier. We're going to throw a little bit more weight on there. Do another set. Because it's fun, right? Whew. Okay. One more of these guys. Then we're going to move on. hard to find the hole. That's what she said. Fuck you. Why won't this? This is ridiculous. 2. That was harder than it should have been. I am struggling with everything. Pull this back up. Fuck. I was gonna hide. There's somebody out there that actually did know this time, which I would have had to hide from because he would have came in, and unfortunately I'd be stuck here even longer than I already am. So he just kept on going. Whoop. Oh, this fucker's heavy. Heavy. It's 2. Oh. So you're gonna go off 12 fucking times? Oh my goodness, it's lunchtime. Okay. Whew. All right. Now, sometimes what I like to do with back, so if it's a real heavy day where I'm doing lots of rows and pulls, well, somewhere in the middle, like right now, I like to go to more of a polishing movement, just to give my lower back and the lower lats a little bit of a rest, so we hammer on it one more time. You kind of sometimes too with arms when I'm doing biceps or biceps and triceps, I'll go back and forth. So I'll do bis, tris. So they kind of get that little rest between, in a way. Other times I'll just smoke all tris first, kill them, and then move on to all bis second. But with back especially, I kind of like to leave, because it's such a big group, it's totally exhausting. You kind of want to, I personally like to put a little bit of a, like I said, a polisher in the middle. That's not, you don't use such a big workload. The weight might be heavy still, but it's not the same. So, like today we warmed up with some reverse grip lat pull downs, narrow, and then worked on to heavier, working sets. So most of the time I do this movement at the beginning for a warm up, straight arm push downs, just to get the blood in. It's a lighter movement in a way. Feels lighter. It's hard to explain. It's not, but it is. Oh goodness. So yeah. So now we're gonna do that here without the warm up. We're gonna go right into some working sets. What the fuck? Oh, Ryan. Just gotta change some handles around. When in Rome. Oh yeah. See, that's what I mean. It's still heavy. It still burns a shit ton, but it's not like the angles and the load you're putting on your back with most of the back movements. So, is it a rest? Fuck no. But does it help with rejuvenating? Rejuvenating? Is that a good word? No. Don't fucking ask me. It's just good for when we move on and go back to a very heavier, more compound movement. It's like you haven't pounded straight on that same part with really heavy fucking weights and angles. So my brain ain't working, guys. Sorry. It very seldom is. So let's take a break. I've almost got my full 2 liters in already. I'm extremely congested, which is making it harder to breathe. You guys know I already got fucking lung issues, so I'm always sucking air at the best of times. Let's take a break. I was just thinking, fuck, to go get groceries after this. Maybe I should video that and add it to this video. I guess that would make for a long video, so maybe I won't. I've never videoed grocery shopping. I believe there's a lot of, I think there's some eating days in some of my videos. There's definitely prepping videos back, when I've been, how I prep food and shit. I don't think I've ever done grocery. Might be fun. We'll see. If it's not today with this video, it might be a different one. I just don't know if I'm allowed to film in a grocery store. I guess it's open to the public. But if they said no, I would have to turn it off because it's private that way. Guess I don't know. Camera laws are pretty straightforward. If you're in public, you can film whatever your eyes can see. It doesn't matter if there's people in it whatsoever. There's no. If you're in public, you can be filmed. Private, you can't be. So if people have issues in private places, and then they can tell you to stop, and they can trespass you too. But public, it doesn't matter. If you walk into any public place, government buildings, city buildings, anywhere on the sidewalk, streets, public parks, the list goes on. Anywhere public, you can be filmed, and you can film anything you want. As far as your eyes can see. You could technically stand on a sidewalk in front of somebody's house and film their house. If their windows are open, guys, I'm not joking, you can be filmed inside your house. There is no expectation of privacy in public. It's up to the person to make their own privacy. And you might not like how that sounds, but that is the law. And people are mistaken by it all the time. So, luckily I do know this. This is in Canada, by the way. So, ooh. Whew. My back is fucked. I connect well with my back. I connect well with a lot of my bigger muscle groups like chest, shoulders, back, quads. I connect well with it. It doesn't take long for me to pump blood into those muscles and feel it and feel exactly where I'm going, what's growing, you know what I mean? So I'm lucky that way. It's easy. easy to isolate for me, especially the big muscle groups. And I know I don't talk much about my routine and how I train and but it's actually quite different than most people. I actually pinpoint every week specific parts. Like let's just go back. I have my shoulder day, arm day, leg day, back day, and chest day. All those 5, okay? Those are everything. Now, Saturday, Sunday come, I could take them as a rest, which I do and I don't. It depends. Or I'll add in a weaker body part, which to me, I don't think your arms or legs could ever be big enough. So most of the time, I'll do a second leg day. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll take the full 2 days off. But okay, so over those 5 days, like I said, first day shoulders. Well, it's going to start with that shoulder day is going to be more front delt focused. Okay, so I'll focus on the front delts, not the lateral side or the rear, the front. Next is arms. Arms is arms. I do bis, tris, and if I alternate them, I alternate them. If I do them straight, I do them straight. That doesn't really change. Then legs. That'll be more quad focused. That'll be all quad focused that day. With calves, okay? It's always calves are always included. And then, what did I say, back? So it'll be all upper lat day. So it'll be more lats, nothing lower. So I wouldn't be doing any T-bar rows. I wouldn't be doing any deadlifts. I wouldn't be doing any movement that's kind of at an angle that I'm going to be pulling up, which is going to have my lower back engaged with it. And then what do I got left? Chest. So then I would do more flat bench stuff. So it's going to isolate mid to lower. So flies, flat bench, seated presses, blah, 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 blah. Anything like that. Nothing at an incline. That's going to work upper chest, okay? That's how I train. I'm very specific. I've trained every which way. I've done every fucking split in the world. This one for me works. Every muscle group's being attacked every week, but then I'm actually getting and pinpointing specific areas every week. And I rotate that week to week. The following week will be the opposite parts of those muscle groups. That's how it works for me. Do I train that with my clients? Maybe a couple. It just depends. Everybody's different. There's a lot of variables with this. If you can't get in 5 days a week, that wouldn't work for you. Okay, you're better off just hitting chest, back, blah, 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 blah. Not specific. But if you're actually going in and you're getting 5 to 7 hours in a week of just pure strength training or more, it will work good for you. I'm not a fan of push-pull. I know you guys have heard me say that 100 times. I just don't think it's enough. I don't think mixing shoulders and chest is ever a good idea because one's going to take away from the other. And their point is, well, everything's more exhausted. I don't know, man. I can't do chest. If I'm start with shoulders, my chest is going to be weaker. If I start with chest, my shoulders are going to be weaker. And the other thing with me is I can't put that much load on my shoulders. They're bad enough. So I don't think it's the greatest thing. I think pro splits are still where it's at for strength training. But to each their own, right? That's probably the only thing I don't do is a push and pull. My workouts, like I explained before, that's how they are. But the movements within those workouts will always be different. Most of the time. Like there'll be meat and potato shit that will stay in. But I will change it. Things will be different. My weights will never change. They'll go up, but they're not going to go backwards because of the order I do. If anything, it's going to make the fucking workout harder, especially when you're leaving those big loads at the end of your workout, which I just kind of consistently just big load, ease off, big load kind of thing. So fuck. Oh, you know what's funny? I watched a Sam Sulek video yesterday. I don't mind the kid. You know, I've never had anything against him. I think he's smart as fuck for certain things. He's just very, he's young, right? But he's very knowledgeable, in my opinion, with macros and food. It's definitely not how most people eat when they're in this industry. But it does make sense, you know. And I think looking at him and looking at different styles of training, it can all be worked in together. He used to get, when he wasn't a pro, he used to get lots of shit for his chocolate milk and his bagels and the shit. But at the end of the day, guys, he was putting them in his calculator, using those macros and using those calories for either maintenance, deficit, or for gain. So it does work, and he's proved that to you, that it doesn't have to be just the standard all the time. Rice and chicken or whatever, oats, you know, that sort of shit. And it does work. Now that I think he's at a different level than he was before, and he needs to get in pinpoint condition detail, that shit's not going to be there. It just can't be. There's so many little things in that process shit and all the other stuff he does that to get down to 4, 5, 6% body fat, you can't have anything in there. And in my opinion, that's sweeteners as well. Anything. You're better off just smoking it, keeping it clean. But that's like for that, you know, big cut deficit for show. But what he does do makes sense. It was interesting, and he's grown up a lot, man. Like, I don't know. I just wish he wasn't with Gymshark. I probably won't watch another one of his videos because there's nothing in them for me. But it's just interesting. Very interesting. Okay, let's. I gotta set up my next movement, and then yeah. Hold on. Let me take a break. Okay, guys. Sorry, this angle is gonna be absolute dog shit. Probably. There's too much light coming in from the sides and the back through my windows that just makes the screen look black. I'm guessing there's some of my videos are like that because of the windows. Again, I haven't watched a video that I've made in a very long time, so I'm not too sure if they're like that, but kind of when I'm recording or when I'm done, I look and it's just black screen. That's got to mean that, you know, what you guys are viewing is black, but fuck, I don't know. So, oh man, am I gassed? I'm so fucking out of breath. You can hear it, and it probably really sucks for you guys to hear me fucking whining like a little bitch with my air on there. Fuck. Should have taken something before I left the house. Wouldn't be here. My lungs will always be fried for the rest of my life, I was told. They have permanent scarring on both of them from double pneumonia I had back in 2021, I think. No, shit. Before that. Yeah, 2018, I think. It was well before COVID's bullshit that hit. So, yeah. So yeah, things are a little. 90% of the time now, though, they're pretty good. They hold in there. I'm not sucking air like and trying to get my oxygen like I do today. But there's still days, and it only happens. It's the worst, and you can hear it the worst clearly when I'm training, right? So, but there are really bad days, and today's one of them. Whew. Let's get this. Show on the road. Oh shit. Oh, that's heavy. That was 150. So what I'm trying to do here is sit at an angle. Even when I do cable rows in the gym, I'll sit on plates and have my feet down a bit, so I'm rowing up and in. So what that does is it creates an angle where it's going to come into my lower lat more where I want it. So I'm focusing a little bit more today on lower lat and back. So I would never do a flat row here, pull in. English, not my first language. So I want to be at an angle to drive up and into that lower lat and not feel it from the mid up. That's my goal. So it's easier said than done. But fuck, I can't breathe. A lot of this is just angles and different grips. So when you're in the gym, you'll see like there's V bars, straight bars, Jesus Christ, U bars. The list goes on, man. Like straight bars with these little handles on the end. I can't remember what they're called. They're great. They're really great for grip strength and forearm strength as well. I mean, the list goes on. Believe it or not, they all do something. They all work a different part of your back just because of those handles. You might feel it just back's working. But if you're out here driving, it's different than bringing it here, okay? It's different than being here. It's different than being here. It's different than being like this. There's 100 different ways to really pinpoint things. And when you learn them, it's handy. Now, these handles that I'm doing are just straight in. I don't have a U on them. I don't have a V. They're just two handles that I'm pulling right in. I'm doing that so I can drive in and really hit that lower lat. Unfortunately, I'd like to be able to drive my arm in all the way. So you want to stay straight, right? And then be able to drive in, and be able to pull this far back. But unfortunately, my body's not designed for this. I get tissue work every 3 weeks and open everything up, right? But I'd probably have to get worked on, which I probably will start doing eventually, every week to get that lower back, so I get more range, open things up, and it'll be huge. Anytime you get tissue work, there's so much I could say about it. It's definitely, all I'm going to say is if you're not doing it, you're 100% missing out on everything when it comes to training. You're too tight, you're not going to grow, and you're not going to get stronger. It needs to be opened up. Everything does. And once you start doing that, you will see a huge difference because it'll loosen things off to the point where your strength will be like, holy shit, because things were so tight for so long. And it'll be noticeable the next day. And then you do that, then a couple of weeks later, 3 weeks later is what I do now. Get it again. By that time, it's needed. I could go every 2 weeks and be open. Technically, I should be in there every week. But trust me, guys, if you're not doing it, get into it. Start doing it. And if you're huge into chiro, fuck that. Get rid of that. That ain't doing nothing for your muscles, okay? Nothing. Cracking bones, guys, does nothing for muscles, okay? It's a very, very overrated fucking tool. If you've got a spine issue or you're laid up like that, even then, it's not going to fix anything. It'll never fix anything. It'll band-aid things, but it'll never fix anything. Tissue work fixes things. Everything. So if you're like a person that runs to the chiropractor every month to get readjusted, try some tissue work and you might not have to get readjusted because those muscles will be loose and won't be pulling on everything. Your muscles move you, not your bones. It's frustrating, guys. Whoa. Whew, one more and we're done. If you were decent with tissue work, I got on it once a month, you wouldn't have to get chiro. Swear to God. If you have some sort of, genetic back issue, getting cracked and manipulated that way will relieve stress and some pain. Will it fix anything? No. You'll be back. Why do you think they fucking try to book you every goddamn week? Hey, to me, it's one of the biggest snake oil remedies out there. And the worst part is people will go to that before massage because that's what they're trained to think works. I would love for them to be. I'm not going to say anything. I personally don't think they should be. You should be getting get insured through it. If you can't get it through training, stuff like that, you shouldn't be getting it through somebody Joe Schmo that can crack bones and wants to be called a doctor. I don't call my massage therapist a doctor, and they do 10 times the amount any chiropractor will do for you. They'll swear up and down, man. I will argue with them all day. I don't give a shit. You'll never change my mind. You'll never convince me. It's almost ridiculous if you really think about it. What they're doing, they're cracking bones. Your muscles connect. There's insertion points. When you crack a bone, you're pulling those away, which isn't good for the muscle either. Okay, so all you got to do is loosen off the muscle with some tissue work, and that will loosen those insertion points off your spine, which will give you relief. Plus, it'll help you grow, get stronger, and move better than chiro will ever do for you. So think of that next time you want to go get your neck cracked. And why the fuck are you cracking your neck for anyway? Jesus Christ, you guys. Go get your traps worked on. They go right up to the middle of your fucking head. Go get them worked on. You'll be able to move your head right around in a circle. Well, maybe not in a circle, but you know what I mean. Now I'm mad. You guys made me fucking mad. Let's finish this so I can go cry somewhere. Should we do back off? Let's do back off. Just because. And then we'll call it a day. Okay, I just dropped it. Just 20 pounds. It's not much of a back off, but oh yeah. It's a wrap. Well, thanks for coming out. Thanks for letting me vent about chiropractors and anything else. I like to cry about, which is everything. That's what I do. What? Okay. Thanks for watching. Till we meet again.